Oh, hello again, Scott from SA Landscaping on another glorious day, and 20 degrees today, believe it or not. Lovely. So been out with the Furus F1 again this morning, but I just want to talk about a couple of videos that I've put up the last few weeks and just explain where we're at with them. The first one, you may remember I walked a decked area and it was a repair job, but it was actually, it turned from what was going to be a repair job into, they wanted a brand new boardwalk and everything had to be sustainable products, that one. Well, the upshot is we were due to start the job on Monday last week, and on the Friday previous we were stopped by the local council and told that we couldn't do, by the county council, sorry, and we were told we couldn't do the job for 3.5 months due to the protection of great crested newts. And basically, if anybody knows anything about these, if we did any work, then us as well as the council that we were doing the job for could be heavily fined because they were a protected species. So we have to let them nest, and we have to come back, I believe in July. I think we can, at the moment that's the date we think we can do the job. So the area is now shut off again and taped off because it can't be used anyway because it's unsafe. So it was a nice little job that I had planned for a week to knock out, and I had a team in place and I had timber in place, but obviously I've been at the council, we've held our price because there's no increases. I've got my timber sorted and everything, so it just means that there'll be no update on that job for 3 or 4 months. The job is 100% going ahead. I have a contract with the council, so there will be updates when it does happen. The only thing is it's going to hit on peak season, so what we might have to do is do it in 2 phases. We might have to do one boardwalk 1 week, and then with the worst one probably, and then we might have to do the other one in a couple of weeks. So the council were hoping that was going to open in time for the summer, really, just so that people can enjoy the area, but unfortunately these things are out of our control. And if we'd have known 3 months ago, when, like I say, I'd put this price in a while ago and it just took them a while to come back, if they'd have known, they could have probably pushed this price through and we could have done it out of season when these things weren't nesting, but they had finance problems. They had to get funding for this project, so that's why it's dragged on. So that's the first update, and the second update being a video we produced last week where we'd been drafted in from a new customer, which was Walton Parish Council, and basically they drafted us in to do some street cleaning that the local county council used to do, as I explained, but county council's doing less and less. So they got us in, and the problem was they had various contractors doing everything, and the person who was in charge of this council, I actually work for him because he works for a number of councils. So he said, Scott, we'd like to bring it, ideally, if price is right, everything under one umbrella and one price and one contract, rather than having all these different people working. And it's admin and everything. They need insurances for everything, they need risk assessments for everything, for all different contractors. So by having the one contractor working there, it is a benefit to the local council just to have that one person working. So I looked at the jobs last week when we were down there doing the street cleaning. There was grass cutting, it was the street cleaning again, back end, and it was also the maintenance of public footpaths, which I think there was around 3 mileage. Downside with those public footpaths, they're all pretty tight, so we can't get our Grillo climber that we do a lot of footpaths within. So these are all footpaths that have to be done by hand with the strimmer or our really small Grillo C62. But the good news is that Clark came back to me yesterday and he said we shall be sending you an email with a confirmation to say that you are now our preferred contractor, and all the jobs that you've priced for, you've been successful. So that just gives you an idea how one customer, one job for one customer, which was just ad hoc and just came out the blue, can turn into, you make a big impression on that day, and straight away you've got all these people in your corner, and by that happening, it's got me all this work. Yes, the price is important, we've won it on price, but councils sometimes, if they're already using someone, they can say, look, we're using this guy, yes, he's a bit more expensive, but we're going to use him. And they could have just thrown my price out, but the fact is we've won the job, we're going to make some decent money on it. We're now the preferred contractor, and we can get repeat business each year from that, from just that one little job that we did for them. And in the area it is, I know that we're going to pick up other works, because that's the type of area it is. It's everybody seems to know each other. So looking forward to making a start, but like I say, you can't be complacent either. We've turned out a good job for them there on day one, and the villagers have been over the moon about the quality of work we've done. But we've got to do that on day two. We've got to do that on week two. We've got to do that on month two. And we've got to be doing it there in November of this year. So you can't rest on your laurels with private or commercial work. You need to be delivering high quality service, which is what we do. And if something's not right, you need to make sure it's right and put it right. And that could be some grass cutting that's long, and yeah, you get paid to cut it once, but if that looks a mess, run over it again. If it's going to take 10 minutes and it's going to stop a phone call, just run over something twice, just so that you make a good impression, and you leave a good impression behind, and you leave the client knowing that you've took care and attention. And someone might see you driving down that street, because the public are always around, and someone might say, I saw him cut that grass and it looked horrible, and then I saw him go back over and he ran over it again. And it's just the little things like that that people do notice. So attention to detail, guys, that's one thing I would say from this video. But just an update, like I say, on a couple of previous videos. I just thought I'd bring you the update, just so that you know, because I know a few people have asked, especially about the decking, if I would do some footage. Well, I will, but it will be later on in the year. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you on the next one.